Hello, dear brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus. Today is the 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time, and the theme for our prayer and reflection is, can you overlook the faults of your spouse? The British couple holds the Guinness World Record for the longest marriage. Percy and Florence Arrowsmith married on June 1st, 1925 and celebrated their 80th wedding anniversary on June 1st, 2005. Florence, who is 100 years old, told BBC that I think we are very blessed and we still love one another. That is the most important part of our life. When asked for the secret of their long marriage, Florence said, you must never be afraid to say sorry, and you must never go to sleep as bad friends. Of course, she is right. According to Percy, the husband, who is 105 years old, the secret of marital bliss lies in our ability to overlook one another's faults and forgive one another's mistake. There are times in every marriage for forgiving and forgetting and saying, I am sorry. I'm going to sleep as good friends. Yes, dear brothers and sisters, we know from our life experience that marriage is a circus of 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. The mortar is that which holds 2 bricks together in a building. So also it is a suffering that holds 2 lives together in a family network. No matter in good times or bad, in sickness or in health, poverty or riches. The first reading taken from the book of Genesis 2:18-24 explains God's original plan concerning marriage. It teaches us that God made man and woman for each other. Hence, in marriage, they are no longer 2 but 1, united by an unbreakable bond. The responsorial Psalm 128 says, your wife shall be like a fruitful vine in the recess of your home, and your children like olive plants around your table. Therefore the psalmist prays, may you see your children's children. The second reading taken from the letter to the Hebrews 2:9-11 reminds us that Jesus became one of us and he tasted death for everyone. Jesus was not only the sacrifice but also the high priest. Thus Jesus brought all of us into a new relationship with God. Today's gospel according to Mark 10:2-16 gives Christ explicit teaching on marriage and divorce. The divine origin of marriage, the sacredness of family life, and the indissolubility of marriage. These are difficult messages today, dear brothers and sisters, to preach in a society that permits cohabitation and ignores both dangers and drastic consequences of divorce. Some recent studies show that the divorce rate in the US has gone above 43%, although it is still less than that of Russia, 65%, Sweden, 63%, UK, 49%, Australia, 49%. In the year 2019, there were some roughly about 2.2 million marriages and about 1 million divorces. Although the rate of marriage is declining faster than the rates of divorce, experts say that somewhere between 40 to 50% of all the marriages existing today will end up in divorce. Certainly, this is very sad and sickening statistics, especially when we think of our future society, our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. The context of today's gospel is that King Herod had married his brother's wife, Herodias, violating the Mosaic law. John the Baptist showed courage and condemning the king in public. Here the Pharisees are setting a trap to check if Jesus also agreed with John the Baptist. But Jesus used this occasion to declare that the bond of marriage comes from God, not from man, and that it is permanent and indissoluble. What God has joined, man must not separate. The gospel teaches that family is sacred. Both husband and wife are partners with equal rights, and that the destruction of the family by divorce is leading to destruction of the society and families. Christian marriages involve both a sacred and legal contract between a man and a woman. At the same time, is rooted in a special covenant with Lord. That is why Jesus states that a valid marriage is permanent. Therefore, the church has always formally taught that the sacramental marriage between Christians where true matrimonial consent and consummation is absolutely indissoluble except by the death of one of the spouses. Hence, we have to encourage and motivate both spouses to work hard together to create a good marriage, and it is a need of our time. We need to reach out with love and sympathy to the divorced and the troubled families to give them hope and support. Those who are divorced must be taught that God has not abandoned them and they have a support system available. After all, a perfect marriage is just two imperfect people who refuse to give up to each other. May God bless us all. Happy weekend. Stay tuned for the next week.